Welcome, my friends, and welcome to your bi-weeklies going from July 16th to July 31st. So before I start, just a few quick announcements. Welcome to all new people to this channel, and I hope you're going to like it. So if you do, please also join Facebook, and for every share post, it's going to count like one entry toward a possibility of winning a free reading. Also, there is like 2-question offer for $45. You can check it on my website under July specials. And second special is X spread, which you can see from my X series released last week how this works. It is currently for $50. So let's start. Hi Pisces, welcome to your bi-weeklies. I have shuffled the cards and I pulled one Love Oracle card, let go of control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally. And guess what? You got this like really lovely card. We are the world. I mean, this is like so you Pisces. I guess it talks about humanity when kind of like hope for all these people around the globe celebrate, because this is the only time we can really feel eternal, right? Look, this is encompassing our planet and go beyond the circle of birth and death, right? So this is kind of recognizing the common source of humanity and common origins of our dreams, and kind of like this is really recognizing a tremendous inner wealth and be able to kind of connect to that treasure. And I think you Pisces, more than anybody else, is really well equipped for it, because you are so loving by nature. It's kind of like having the stars and this glow encompassing this entire planet in all chakras is absolutely amazing. So I think this is why it is, from letting go of control issues to kind of embracing possibly new you. We are going to see how this fits. Okay, so let's start. Oh, you have 10 of Pentacles. So again, it's a striving for kind of like family, striving for equilibrium, crossed with King of Wands reversed. Somebody possibly manipulative. Maybe somebody's just saying things that really are not true. No, I'm not married, but no, I just forget to text you on evenings and weekends and that kind of stuff. So let's see how this fits later. Look at this. How do I cross from here to here? It's some kind of debate within yourself. There is like you guys in the past coming to the present, kind of like refurbishing your abilities to be seductive, to be romantic, to be flirtatious. So what is crowning you? Growth. There is like a good time for something really passionate, something that you really feel strongly about. So the next steps would be, yeah, you do feel passionate, but guys, you know, you need to do some work, because 9 of Wands is kind of really related to this King of Wands. Something is not going well, or somebody is going to try to manipulate you in this time frame. See, because you have this other Knight coming, and you really kind of like, looks like somebody's maybe pushing you into something really fast. I mean, this is the fire and you're water. You kind of like want to kind of like move slower and kind of like smell the roses around, and maybe you can settle for, okay, let's go a little bit faster than slow, because this Knight of Pentacles is very unlike this one that is charging forward. The vehicle of transportation for this one is, right, a goat, and the goat is a goat, has his own MO, and it's really not moving very fast. But I think this is actually a good rhythm for you. So environment is supportive, helpful, and collaborative, right? Elaborate like a environment kind of like would help you with this idea moving forward. And hopes and fears. This is kind of interesting card because it fits in both. Hope is for something better, be out there for you. Fear, losing what you already have, putting what you have, believing, putting what you have in jeopardy. And then you have the Judgment reversed. Okay, something coming back. And be careful. Be careful, because this is saying you might actually make a wrong choice. Because here is saying you're actually making a blind choice because you're just like so tired of indecision and kind of like going back and forth. So let's go in more details about this, guys. So what happened to this romanticism? There you go, you have another Knight of Swords. You see how these knights, they have different modes of transportation, right? Like from super fast, like, right, you have this like owl, to basically something rather fast, to getting slow, and of course, like, I mean, getting to the water part as well. So now this buddy here, it was like communication about something, verbalizing something, talking about your dreams, kind of like trying to figure out and establish what you want. And then maybe you have been faced with a choice, and it was really hard choice to make because it was a lots of pro and lots of cons. But again, you just like threw the dice, and this second karma card happening here, and third. Wow. Through the dice, things kind of did work out. And the key here is like you're trying to balance yourself. You're trying to figure out what you want. This is also calling for you to actually stabilize yourself and not to strike back, because this is a time where your karma is really highly affected. So let's see what is about this Ten of Pentacles. So here is like, it could be some kind of strife in your home life, in your domestic life, could be strife at work. And it could be like, I mean, really to extend that it really kind of like shakes things down to the point that they need to be revisited and rebuilt. So maybe you had a feeling that something has been already done, set, working on its way, but that's not the case. Something will be revisited. It's going to be some kind of event. It's going to be very surprising to you, or it's going to be an epiphany, and it's going to involve other people here as well. And it's going to be about something that you truly thought was like well done. So let's see how much is this connected to this King of Wands reversed. Look, you have a Two of Wands reversed. So that's again, right, like here, what do I do? And somebody is telling you basically this. They're telling you, look, and this is where we are going. That's what we can do. But the truth is, they know that this is not the case. So how to overcome this? You will be given this ability to have strength. But this is not any kind of strength. This is really important strength. Because, look, you're taming this doggy or lion in the other decks with just sheer kind of will. It's kind of like, you know, I know what it is. I know what's going on. Sure, kind of a thing. Without being sarcastic, so you're not affecting your karma, without being put down, without being verbally abusive. It's just kind of like getting that understanding for yourself. Maybe also understanding that somebody doesn't want to commit to you, because this also can mean this as well. So, however, what you have in your mind, and I hope you heard me up to this point, I just realized my microphone was not positioned well. So what you have in your mind is like the Swan of Wands. So this kind of talks about, okay, it is time to start something new. Just like you don't know where to go. Like Fool is also talking about new start, but it also talks about scattering the energies everywhere and really not accomplishing much because of it, right? And yeah, it's just kind of like, you have to well, you have to figure out a destination. It's really good to decide to move forward, but it's also good to know where you're going, right? Because both of these cards are telling me you might kind of get lost into your dreams and worlds, and you might even feel a little bit of melancholy or kind of like wonder, like with you guys dreamers, right? We know that. So it is kind of like really important for you to kind of to set goals, because it looks like somebody promised you something, or you thought something will go somewhere, but this is not going to turn out that way. So I think you're actually realizing this here as well. So hence not jumping in a fray, right? So you're understanding that something is just a carrot on the stick and not really having essence in it. Yeah. And look, you're having 9 of Cups and 10 of Swords reversed. So you're realizing that someone is really not going to bring you the happiness that you hope for, and the healing is starting. And maybe this is why you're not fully jumping into something new, because kind of like 2 things are happening simultaneously, but you are starting to kind of like move slowly to basically the next stage. So this Knight of Pentacles is the one that is kind of, you're placing yourself on a test. You're kind of getting out of cold. 5 of Pentacles reversed. It's kind of understanding that there are others that can support you. So you're really focusing onto your core being, onto functioning, maybe on your work, maybe on how, well, this is exactly really letting go of control issues and kind of understanding that, look, you know, I have to kind of make sure that I am doing a good job, that I'm treating people well, that I am kind of like firm in who I am, and that way other people cannot really kick me out of balance, or not that much, or I'll be able to figure it out, right? So your environment is going to be very helpful for you. However, you're still going back, you're still romanticizing someone, and there is like still a feeling of being a little stuck, because you have a 6 of Cups and the Chariot reversed, right? And so it's kind of like 1 step forward, 1 step back, slowly moving forward. And then let's see about this looking for something else. Again, going out, coming back. Like you did send some kind of like feelers out, you're waiting for that to come back. So I see it's just like almost like this kitty's coming out, this kitty is coming back. So this is the crossroads. So I think this is where you really are, and I should probably name this crossroads if I remember this in 5 minutes, which I won't. So where do you want to go? Judgment. This, remember I said right away, you are crossing this. Just don't go back, guys. If you do, I think, because this is the past catching up with you. Again, it could have been a third person, it could be some kind of interference, or at the very least it was again Pentacle, somebody just taking and taking and taking and taking, and they'll come back to take more. See, there's like this attraction that you have with this person, that you feel they are the one because they are making you all these promises. You know, it is really easy when you find somebody who is like, I just did reading for Aries before you, and they got this card Dreamer, which I'm kind of like surprised you didn't do, you didn't get, because kind of like it said, putting pure person on a pedestal and waiting for this like perfect person to come with a red bow tie is basically childish. So you guys have, because you're such big dreamers, like this is your personality, you guys have to be shaken down to understand that people can say anything. That's what they say, you know, action speaks louder than words. And the problem here is like the people who are even more manipulative know that, and their actions basically, you know, are so their words are so flamboyant that they're actually even manipulating you into trying to making you think that you are the one who didn't understand them. So that's kind of like that touch of narcissism and kind of like psychopathy in it, right? So the key here is like understanding that nothing is really rosy, and if the person paints you all this like beautiful life for the rest of your life, you know what, you guys already have it. You're already nice the way you are. You really don't need somebody else to do that for you. And if something seems to be too good to be true, you know what they say, it is too good to be true. So guys, understand that, because this is the key. This is why you're going back, I think, to the old situation. So these are not crossroads anymore, because you are going back to the old things, even though everything, absolutely everything, is telling you to get out of it. So why, Pisces? Why do you do that to yourself? So what do I do? Let's see here what is crowning you. I mean, it's everything here is back and forth for you guys. I mean, I would love to hear your comments. What's going on here? Because for me, it's kind of very confusing. So let's see, what is this Fool here reversed for Pisces? What is this Fool reversed for Pisces? See, there is that sorrow still around. Look, you know, maybe somebody's long distance. Maybe you're waiting for the communication. Maybe this is why you're rejecting everybody else, because you're waiting for this maybe passion to grow. So let's see what is with this Tower. So signs that I see a Leo, I see Libra, I see Capricorn, I see Cancer. I mean, these are the ones that are jumping out. So this came on this decision. So you see, you're going to be so fed up with something that maybe you're a little bit depressed, that you're deciding, like, you know, to start, like, I mean, looking into that. But let's see these two karma cards that came together, and actually you have 3 of them. It could have been a third person. It could have been that whole this manipulation is coming down. And that's why you have a strength. Okay, you have a Leo too. That's why you have the strength here. Because I think you're going to become aware of this. You're going to see things for what they really are. But you still won't be able to let go of them. Okay, so let's see, what is this in your environment? What's this environment for Pisces? See, somebody new might be on your way, or you could have been involved with somebody who is involved in a relationship, because Lord generally represents a person that is taken, and that's why things are not moving forward, and maybe you're romanticizing this person. So that kind of would make sense with this Devil, because Devil always talks about somebody else is hovering around your mate, and it's like this perpetual thing. Oh, you know, he's going to pick me, or she's going to be, she's going to pick me, where there is no such thing, right? And it's supposed to be about trust and about understanding. So finding yourself in that position is weird. It's okay. So this is in the past. Yeah, somebody let you down. Probably somebody left you, and that kind of like was the burnout. Look, here you have the misfortune. Here you have Tower. Both of them reversed. So it was the end of intimacy, and maybe that came harshly, kind of, and it is a big impact over here, because you have both widower and misfortune. And here you see, it's going to be a fortune development, you getting kind of like getting to the core of the issue and understanding. So it's fortune is turning around for you. Look, you have a fortune on fortune, so like lots of doubling up over here. So let's see, what is this near future here for you, Pisces? Why is this 10 of, yeah, something is going to be clear to you. You might actually have a conversation with someone. You might address certain things. You might just close certain things, because the letter can also mean a closure. And lastly, what is this? Der Teufel, or the Devil. Why is the Devil here, and how Pisces can resolve the Devil? Actually, that's the good name for your thing, the Devil. Oh, okay. The Devil. What is the Devil here for the Pisces? Look, it is about somebody. Again, you see the enemy and reunion, but the reunion is reversed. So you are, just like this card is saying, really linked to somebody from the past. You still cannot shake off somebody who is an ex. So what is this really weird world? Is this understanding that everybody is lovable, or is this understanding that you can heal and understand this in a bigger picture? Let me just try to clarify this. Cheerfulness reversed. House. Despair. Okay, this makes even less sense right now. Okay, so now it started to make sense. Okay, so we have cheerfulness reversed in house, then despair or jealousy card in conversation. So kind of like it looks like you're covering the entire spectrum of emotions, but it's like this whole world is probably your own world, and maybe these are all these emotions you're going through. Okay, what do? You know, I really kind of like want to feel home with this person, but why am I feeling this despair? Why I'm feeling that I need support? Why do I feel this jealousy? Like, I need to have this conversation with this person, and that's why you have the strength. You're going to just give it a listen, and most likely you're going to hear a whole bunch of stories that are again not going to be followed through. And sorry to say, Pisces, you will continue, like, I mean, longing for this person, or still being stuck in these issues. So I say continue with what you're doing. You're focused to kind of like getting out of it with very pragmatic ways, like probably eating healthy food, focusing on your work, and this is probably a good way to go. So for this time being, just look into yourself. Don't worry about the others, and just look into how do you move yourself from day to day, and then this too shall pass, Pisces. So this is a general reading, guys. For your personal one, of course, contact me, and I greatly appreciate your comments. I always like to know what's going on, and I read them all. And of course, please subscribe, like, and share, and join me on the Facebook. Thanks a lot, Pisces. Have a wonderful 2 weeks. Love you.